Hi, welcome to my channel, Water Signs. I want to just begin by saying thank you to all of you guys that have been supporting me and remaining patient. I know, I keep saying I'm going to get regularly on schedule, guys, but every time I've said that, the universe has slapped me, set me down, put me in another tower moment, had me in my cave, hibernating, getting back to the wisdom and getting back to the start. So I'm here. I plan on, staying consistent and getting all my stuff. I'm praying that I'm at the end of my tower moments, and I feel like I'm at the end of my tower moments. I've been healing you guys on some deep stuff, and tomorrow I'm going to begin, back with Attracting the Life Beyond Your Dreams and diving deep and explaining some of the things that I've been going through, sharing my experiences with you guys and seeing if y'all can resonate and relate to those, and hopefully some of y'all comment below and share your experiences with me. Also, guys, I have created my own version of Florida water. It is called Golden Libations, and you can order that on my website. The information will be down below. It is an alternative to sage. You can use it in your spiritual baths. You can use the spray and mist within your car. These are just sample bottles, but I have some really pretty customized bottles coming in. So I'm very excited about that, and it smells so good, and each spray is personalized for you and your cleansing needs. So check me out. Check us out. Go to goldenevolutionllc.com. Let's jump in. I want to ask the universe to protect us all. Place a bubble around us. Fill that bubble with bright white lights. 3 golden rings and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. What is the messages for my water signs for these couple weeks? What is their energy? Queen of Pentacles falls out. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, water signs, y'all on y'all's money grind. Y'all on the grind trying to get this money. Okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Ooh. We got the Death energy with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all all about the money. And then the outcome for my water signs. 9 of Swords. Okay. Ooh, with the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right, so I'm going to read your guys' cards a little bit backwards because I feel like this energy is tied together. You're in the process of shedding from some pain and past heartbreaks that you've experienced that maybe you've been holding in, and now it is affecting you in your current reality. You're trying to divert all of your energy towards making money, towards your physical earthly realm, so that you can kind of get out of your head and get out of your own emotions and your own thoughts. So you're trying to say, it's one of those situations, when you get broken up with, and then it's like, fuck love. I'm all about that money. I'm all about that dollar. What is it that men say? Just get money. That's like having that kind of mentality. It's like you went through some kind of heartbreak, and you went through an experience that really crushed you or hurt you to the point where you became a bit closed off to the world. And now you're just in a space of worried about your tangible reality, and you're not going to allow love or heartbreak or anyone else to even get close enough to hurt you in the first place, so that you never even have to experience that. But in reality, experiencing pain and getting close to people is inevitable. We're always going to have pain, and not every relationship that we have will result in pain, but you cannot spend your life just being closed off just because you've gone through heartbreak before. And I feel like a lot of you guys are having sleepless nights, like thoughts and visions are coming up. You're being triggered a lot right now. And the more you're being triggered to go into your emotions and to think about things and staying up late night and going through this and exploring that, the more you're trying to run and do, I'm going to focus on this. You know what? I need to get 22 jobs because at the end of the night, sleep is for the dead. Like, you guys are trying so hard to just throw yourself into focusing on your foundation, your physical foundation. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But you do not want to be creating from a space of fear. You do not want to be creating to run from your reality. You do not want to be creating foundations and, getting jobs or doing this and that to run from pain, or to run from the chance or opportunity of loving someone, to run from whatever life circumstances may be being thrown your way. In this moment, you're being called to face things because there's a transformation that is here for you. This is the center focus. Like, it's time for this old you to pass on. It's time for you to shed that skin and go ahead and enter into this new cycle and into this new beginning. You can't run from the inevitable. There are new opportunities being presented to you in your life. Some of these opportunities have already presented themselves to you, but because you haven't really gone through the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords energy and healed from whatever it was that was keeping you up and making you feel restless, whatever caused you a lot of pain and hurt and sadness and grief and anger, because all of this just feels like a lot of shit that you just didn't process. You were just running from it. And now you can't run anymore. It's here. It's coming up for you all the time, to the point you can't even pay attention to none of this goodness, none of these opportunities and things that are flowing into your life, because now the things that you have not healed are coming up for you to heal them. It's not a bad thing. But you've been trying to run, you've been trying to focus on this and that, and the universe is saying, there's a transformation here. The death energy is here. The only way to put an end to this is to go through it. You're not going to heal Three of Swords and Nine of Swords energy by avoiding it. It doesn't matter how many jobs you get. You can work 15 jobs, you finna be at work still thinking about everything on your mind. So you cannot run from your pain. There's no way to run from it. It's time for you to face it. And the universe is saying, go ahead, face it. The cycle has ended. We want you to go ahead and drop this load, carry this last load. These are tears that you need to go ahead and let out. This is pain that you need to go ahead and feel, because we have something coming for you. You know, you've been manifesting. What I say, everything is fine, and the Page of Pentacles is here with the Knight of Pentacles. You have been manifesting a new beginning. Messages are going to be coming in from this new beginning. Things have already began to flow in, but first you've got to tie up this cycle. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is working out in your best interest, and you are going to create a beautiful life that is in alignment with all that you've ever dreamed of. But you cannot do that if you're still carrying all this old stuff. You cannot go shopping if you got all these wands with you. Let me use my favorite metaphor. If y'all been following me, y'all already know. You cannot bring muddy shoes into an all-white house. The universe is giving you that mansion. You got white carpet. You got white walls. You got white furniture. Are you finna walk in there with some muddy Jordans? No, you're gonna take them off at the door. Probably throw them shoes out. I don't need them shoes. I got me a mini mansion, all white. Everything in here is crisp and clean. Why am I finna bring mud and track it all over my floor? That is what you're doing when you have new beginnings, but you carry all this into it. You're bringing muddy shoes into an all-white house. It's time for you to get your affairs in order and start allowing the pain and the emotions that you've been feeling from the past clear away, because until you do that, you can't ever really be happy in your present. There is no distraction grand enough to prevent you from this pain and this healing. You got to face it. You got to heal it. You got to get through it. And then there is a death to you feeling left out in the cold. I feel like for a lot of my water signs, you guys are a bit pessimistic right now, feeling like I always get the short end of the stick. I always have these opportunities that come in and then they just don't end up working out. I always get this and that. But that is because you face things, even if you've been an emotional person. You know what I'm saying? Because I see some people that cry a lot. But it's like you're crying over the wrong shit. Somebody will do something little to you, and that'll be the thing that you're crying for. When in reality, you're not crying because of that. You're crying because there's deeper underlying trauma within your heart and in your mind. So then you kind of just explode at whatever little situations come up. And that's why you'll be at the grocery store and somebody will say something to you, and that might be the thing that makes you cry. But in reality, you're crying because 3 years ago, your ex-boyfriend used to say the same kind of things, and that just triggered you, but you never explored that. You just let it go. So now you're really mad at this person at the grocery store, not realizing that they were just a trigger for something that happened way back then. And that is what's been going on for my water signs. The universe is triggering you because you've got to put an end to that pessimistic mindset of the glass being half empty. You've got to put an end to that Five of Pentacles energy, feeling like this always happens to me. I always get the short end of the stick. I always end up with pain. I always end up with that. I'm going to just be cold-hearted. I'm going to just focus on getting money. I don't care about nobody and nothing. My heart is too cold, because your heart isn't cold. Most of the people that walk around saying my heart is cold are the main people that their hearts is all over their sleeve. They only felt that way because they've experienced heartbreak time and time again. But it all is for a divine purpose. And your lesson here on this lifetime is to learn to balance your emotions and to honor them. And I always tell my water signs, your emotions are your superpower. So once you learn to explore your emotions and honor your emotions and accept your emotions and feel your emotions, you will have a life beyond your dreams, beyond your wildest dreams, because your emotions are your superpower. But you have to be willing and able to move spiritually by following your intuition, which is led in most of my water signs by your emotions. Your intuition talks to you through your emotions. You are a water sign. You were born as a water sign because water is emotions. So your emotions is connected highly with your intuition. And I'm not saying that that is not for everybody, but for my water sign specifically, you are emotionally driven. So your emotions are in direct communication with your intuition. But when you are out of alignment and doing all this and that, you don't know which way is left or right because you're not even exploring your emotions. You're trying to push emotions down when you are an emotionally driven person. You see what I'm saying? It's like trying to charge a gas car. A car that you need fuel for is not going to be charged up on one of them charging stations. There's nowhere for you to plug it. You could try to plug something into your battery, you probably just finna get electrocuted. You have to put gas in a gasoline car. You have to charge an electric car. So you guys are trying to fight the inevitable. You are an emotional sign. You are emotional people. You are driven by emotions. You are led by the element of water. Water is linked to our emotions. We cry water. When we are sad, when we are happy, water comes from our bodies. Water signs, when you are connected, you guys need to take some spiritual baths. You guys need to get in touch with water. Get back in touch with your element. Get back in touch with your emotions. They're not going anywhere. There is a deep, this is your final card of this whole reading. There is a deep healing taking place within your emotions. You are doing a clearing of emotions. Past, outdated, painful, pushed down, stuck in there, building up, residual energy. You are cleansing that out. And so water signs, you may be very emotional for these next couple of weeks. I mean, crying out of nowhere. Like I said, might be at the grocery store, somebody steps on your shoe, and you just start crying. Keep in mind, whatever is triggering you, it may seem small because it's that human reaction that triggered you. It was just that final push. But take time to explore your emotions right now, water signs, and realize why some of your emotions are coming up, because you can't push them down anymore. So it's important for you to go backwards to explore why certain things are triggering you in the way that they are. Because every time we don't explore our emotions, they end up manifesting in a physical way. That may be in the form of a disease. That may be in the form of an outburst. That may be in the form of a mental breakdown. It's going to express itself. It always manifests in the spirit first, and then it shows up in the physical. So it's time for you to spiritually align with your intuition. Spiritually align with your inner GPS system. Like, you need to get in alignment with your inner GPS. And at the end of the day, once you do that, nothing is going to block you at that moment, because you know what you need to do. When you trust your emotions. But a water sign not feeling their emotions is like a fish trying not to swim. It just makes no sense. Gates of triumph. Like, you are successful, but your emotions lead you to that success. What else do my water signs need to hear? All right, joy and delight begin now in gates of triumph. So here we go. Gates of triumph was the first card out. Success expands in your life. The gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. Arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreaths of flowers are placed around the sacred traveler's shoulders. The townspeople Celebrate and honor the traveler. The village elders know the challenges faced and overcome and are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over, it's time for you to get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believe in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. There are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. You guys got to feel your emotions and let it go. Get up and dust yourself off. Let it go. Begin now. Every journey starts with the first step. There is no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's now time to start. A new cycle is beginning. Wipe the slate clean them muddy shoes, and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. You are at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new and exciting one. Set yourselves for a new horizon. There are times when the traveler needs to separate from family, friends, and acquaintances to enter into new places within himself or herself. Sometimes the traveler must go beyond what is familiar in order to be open to transformation and change. Thus, the journey brings a heightened sense of awareness and ignites mindfulness. Sometimes it can feel difficult to take that first step, but unless you do, you'll never know the joy and fulfillment that await you. Do it now. In the words of Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And last but not least, we have joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. You do not need to suffer to grow. You can grow leaps and bounds through joy. True happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. Do what gives you joy. Celebrate and have fun. Stop and embrace life, yourself, and others. Say yes. Take steps today to expand your joy. You don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. I told you guys, you got to move out of the pessimistic. The cup is half empty. This is all confirmation. Your purpose in life is to experience joy. Allow joy and ecstasy to flow through you wildly and freely. Share your love. Happiness spreads to others like wildfire and can help heal the world. The sacred traveler knows that it's not just about reaching the destination. It's about the joy of the journey. The traveler stops periodically to savor the simple pleasures of the voyage. If you don't follow your bliss now, when will you? If you have been waiting until the circumstances are different before you experience true happiness, you have a long wait. It's simple. When you focus on the areas of your life that bring you joy, those areas will prosper. One of the fastest paths to happiness is through sharing and giving. So give of your heart and follow your bliss. Joy is your spiritual birthright. All right, water signs, I love you guys so much. And remember, you are stronger than any obstacle that you are feeling in your life at this present moment in time. I love you guys. Namaste. Peace be upon you.